Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now, and I'm Greg Nibbler, live here at the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. One of the things we've been talking about are things that you can do to enjoy whether you're the outdoors or the great things that are happening in the cities. And one of the things for that is Portland Book Week. And so we're going to be talking about the independent bookstores and the amazing opportunities, really, that happen in Portland when it comes to books. It is kind of a paradise for that, and we're going to talk about that right now. We've got Emma joining us, and great to have you here on the show. And I think to start off, could you maybe introduce yourself and tell us about the concept of this?
Yeah, nice to speak to everybody, and thank you for having me, Greg. My name is Emma. I am managing operations for Portland Book Week and supporting Julie Wallace, who is our lead and the owner of Wallace Books in Selwood. We are organized through the Cascade Booksellers Association. This is a citywide bookstore crawl that was initially started through a conversation from the management team at Palace City of Books to the Cascade Booksellers Association, which is a nonprofit organization that supports all booksellers in the Pacific Northwest as kind of a trade organization. Our hope is that for about 10 days, the city of Portland and kind of beyond at this point, we go to Battleground and as south as Oregon City, we'll be able to crawl across the metro regions of both Portland and Vancouver to be able to visit as many indie bookstores as they can. We have over 80 indie bookstores that are participating with us this year, just in those metro regions, and each of them are also incorporating their own really robust events. So we have over 70 events that are happening throughout these 10 days at these 80 different locations.
I love that. So each one is doing something on top of this to celebrate.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of those ones are doing that. What is it? Can you tell me, about the meaning behind this? Why is it that you wanted to have this week?
Yeah, I mean, for indie bookstores, especially presently, so much of their work and effort is to create a sense of community within Portland. But also, the Portland and Vancouver metro indie bookstores are truly communal to each other. They work in mutual support, both sharing stock, supporting community, recommending each other to each other's clientele. It was a way for us to show that indie bookstores are alive and well, and there is communal support behind indie bookstores in the greater Portland regions.
Yeah, talking about that communal support, why is it, do you think, that it is such a great place to have so many independent bookstores and that it's so supported by the community?
Every bookstore that I have been working and organizing with really does fit a specific niche for a specific person. I think the city of Portland is not trying to do everything all at once, but rather empowering other people to start their own business and bring in the community members that would be gravitating toward that niche. In Portland, we have used bookstores that have more books than space. We have horror media stores that specifically bring in the clientele of people who love that genre. We have bookstores that have cats and allow dogs, and we have the romance literary hub of the Pacific Northwest and Grand Gesture Books. I think the idea of Portland being something that says, I want everyone to be able to succeed and to feel seen in their interests is tremendous. I think about, especially during Pride season, having Always Here books that creates a third space of community belonging, as well as having queer books present and available for folks of all ages.
Yeah, so you have really something, as you mentioned, something for everyone, and everybody can find what that is that they like. The other thing that I always think about with bookstores too is the importance of them to like the local community and neighborhood that they're in, just within their blocks radius there. And when you think about that, how important do you think that is for neighborhoods to have a place that?
I mean, just tremendously so. It's something that allows for a space of curiosity, allows for you to meet your neighbors, allows for you to find people who share some of your similar interests, but also are not there to kind of second guess your background. We're here, we love books, we love this kind of search for curiosity and connecting both to the prose and how that resonates with us, and being able to share those experiences to one another. I think in their neighborhoods especially, knowing that we have these pockets of bookstores kind of throughout the region, they also then create like a shared space. So I've seen bookstores that will do combined events together and say our communities actually have a lot of overlap. Let's, bring them all together to be able to celebrate. And I find that to be tremendous, whether it is engaging the community just by supporting them financially, or if it's bringing folks together to make sure that they know that they're not alone. I think where they are and where they exist in their communities is just incredibly important today.
That's awesome. I mean, and each bookstore has its own personality too, regardless of whatever genre they're in. There's a personality to them. I always think of some of the ones I
Truly.
used to go to too, like in Robert's Bookshop in Lincoln City always comes to mind. Like that's a
Yes.
personality.
Exactly. Yes. Wallace Books in Selwood. We have a bookseller who was a child when she first started coming to Wallace Books 20 something years ago and now currently works as a bookseller there. Got to literally grow up with this place, and you kind of see the neighborhood follow around it over these past 28 years and be able to watch them grow up, watch them get married. And it's just tremendous.
That's so cool. Well, for people who want to find out more and participate, and actually I did notice one thing there too. Was that a bingo card that I saw?
Yes, it is. We
Okay.
have a bingo card. I actually printed one out to be able to demonstrate as well. Our bingo card is a way for you to find bookstores that maybe you haven't heard of before. A big part of Portland Book Week is for you to find your next favorite, your new favorite, as well as to visit some of your old favorites. We hope that folks will go to a bookstore that sells books in languages other than English. Maybe they will go to a bookstore that's outside of Portland proper, or it's a hybrid bookstore that sells both books and yarn or books and music or does books and tattoos. We want you to go to bookstores that have events and classes and book clubs, or maybe ones that have been recommended to you by a friend. On the back of our bingo card has a list of all of the participating bookstores across the metro region, so you have an idea and can map out what your crawl will look like.
That's a great idea that you came up with there to try to incorporate that in. Well, okay, let's give everybody the details again of the when and where they can maybe go to get that bingo card and find out more about who else is participating.
Yes, today is the first day of Portland Book Week, so we have launched across the city as soon as the Stacks Coffee House opened their doors as one of our participants. You can get your bingo card from any participating bookstore. The participants are listed online at portlandbookweek.com. You can also print off your own bingo card if you'd like. We have that also listed online. But recommend going in, picking up your card, getting your first stamp while you're at that first bookstore, and start to plan out where your crawl may be. We go from June 5th until the 14th, culminating in the 20th annual Rose City Book and Paper Fair, which is also going to be your last bingo stamp.
There we go. So you've got time to get it done, but get on it if you want to get all of those. All right, Emma, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate you being here and what you all are doing there to promote this and get people out to these independent bookstores and just really sharing that with everybody who wants to get involved, whoever it may be. So thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. And for everybody watching, this is Fox 12 Now. We're live streaming here, but we're going to take a break. We've got more. We'll be here all the way until 4 p.m. We are going to talk about another event you can participate in this weekend, which is free fishing. So this is something that's going on for over 3 decades. We'll tell you all about it coming up next after this break here on Fox 12 Now.